My name's Scott Sheriff, and I'd like to take a minute here and pay tribute to Owen Sheriff, who is my father. These are some pictures of him before I was around. I grew up in a house that was filled with music. Both my mom and my dad are musicians. My mom is more of the classically trained pianist, organist. She still does gigs in churches even into her 80s. But all my brothers and sisters were somewhat musical, and what I want to pay tribute to my dad for was the gift he gave me of uh, being able to play by ear. We had a piano and an organ in our house, and my dad came from a line of musicians. His father had what was called the Sheriff Wanamaker Orchestra, and my dad used to play stand-up bass, and so my mom tells stories that he usually wasn't home New Year's Eve because that was one night that he usually had a gig every year, but he had pretty much given that up by the time I came around. He had a few gigs I guess I can remember when I was really young, but for the most part it just kind of was semi-retired from being a musician. But when I was in my high school plays, he was retired, so he played in the pit band because they didn't have a stand-up bass player. I came from a high school of only 450, so we didn't have many bass players in the high school. But he never really pushed music on me, but I would notice every once in a while he would go over to the piano and start playing, and I noticed that he wasn't looking at any music. And I had kind of given up classical piano for lack of interest when I was young. But I recognized that I had a gift of playing by ear when I was a teenager and MTV came along. And I heard some songs that I liked and kind of sat in front of the piano and realized that I could kind of pick up these songs without even thinking. And so I realized that he had given me a gift at a young age. And when I was 21, or when I was actually 19, he came down with pancreatic cancer. And he lived cancer-free for about a year and then developed liver cancer and eventually died when I was 21. So he didn't really get a chance to see me go on to have a career in music. Or there's a lot of things he didn't get to see. And so I guess if I could have some time with him, there's a lot of things I'd like to ask him. A lot of things he didn't get to teach me as a dad because he wasn't around when I was in my 20s much, or my 30s. But definitely wanted to take this time to pay tribute for a gift that came from him. I know he would have been proud to see some of the artists I've gone on to play with and some of the heroes of mine that I've been able to work with. And just wanted to take this time to say thanks, Dad.